Hi, my name is Tara. I'm one of the owners of Majestic Oak Vineyard alongside my family and my husband. We make wonderful wines, just my opinion. But we're standing actually in front of the Majestic Oak, which we named our vineyard after. My grandparents had bought this property in 1967. Well, we planted our first vines in 2008, started making wines about 2013. So we're gonna take you through some fun little wines that we're gonna do your tasting with today. So that first wine we're going to try is our 2019 Pinot Gris from R&M Estates. So what Majestic Oak is really known for is sourcing these very beautiful but very small boutique vineyards. So a lot of hands-on. We know our farmers directly. We know their dogs when we show up to their property. So we're going to go ahead and pour this one with you. First thing you're really going to notice is the aromatics off this wine. It's definitely going to have some great stone fruits, those peaches and nectarines. Think about it in that direction. Or with that melon, also kind of getting it towards the end of that as well. When you smell this wine, definitely think about like afternoon crisp picnic, or think of maybe brunch with your friends when we get to go hang out with our friends again. Or sometimes you just need a pre-cocktail wine before you're gonna have that heavy red when you're gonna have dinner. So all that really nice acidity comes up, finishes with that like nice mineral note at the end as well. Fun thing about Pinot Gris most people don't know is Pinot Gris and Pinot Grigio are actually the same grape. One's the Italian, one's the French version. We do more of a French style. In both languages, they mean gray. It just means that it's a Pinot Noir that naturally has a mutation. It turns this very purplish gray color and turns out this beautiful golden straw color. So it's just a great wine overall, you guys. I hope you enjoy.
Hi there. My name is Jackie Franklin, and I am the general manager here at Topa Mountain Winery. I'm so excited to share with you our wines today for this virtual wine tasting event for the Taste of Ojai. As you probably know, here at Topa Mountain Winery, we strive to create the perfect Ojai experience. One that is rooted in our small and tight-knit community, but one that also celebrates the beauty and bounty of the Ojai Valley. I'm really excited to share with you one of my favorite wines that we produce here at Topa Mountain Winery, our Rosé of Grenache. So our rosé is done in a Provençal style, which means it's completely dry, so there's no residual sugar. It's not going to be sweet. But Grenache, as a varietal, is definitely jammy and juicy and fruit forward. So you get these wonderful kind of ripe red fruit flavors that are slightly candied but not sweet on the palate. We source this Grenache from Santa Barbara Highlands, which is up and over our mountain range near Ventecopa. And you might be asking yourself, what is a rosé? Well, a rosé is a red wine made in a white wine style. And what gives it its beautiful color is our skin contact, which we allow for about 3 to 5 hours, so that the skin just kind of lightly blushes the wine this beautiful kind of coral salmon hue. We aged this particular rosé in 8 months in 100% stainless steel, which gives it this really kind of crisp minerality, some nice salinity as well. Makes it a perfect summertime wine. On the nose you get from that Grenache lots of kind of strawberry and peach. Definitely some like candied watermelon. Has a beautiful nose. On the palate you get, again, that really crisp minerality, a nice little salinity to it, but again, some nice kind of strawberry, watermelon, maybe even a little bit of like raspberry. This particular rosé is great when it's served very chilled on a hot summer day here in Ojai, but I have to admit I like to drink it year-round as well. Rosé pairs well with anything, but especially salty foods. So if you were to have a cheese and charcuterie board, any kind of cured meats or saltier cheeses pair beautifully with rosé. But again, by the poolside or out on your patio or here at Topa Mountain Winery on a beautiful Ojai summer day, this rosé cannot serve you wrong. Our Chief Peak blend is our flagship wine here at Topa Mountain Winery. It's a blend of 50% Syrah and 50% Grenache, both of which are sourced from vineyards in the Ojai Valley. So it is a locally sourced and produced wine here to Ojai. What makes a Syrah and Grenache blend so delicious is that Grenache by nature is jammy and juicy and fruit forward, and Syrah has more savory qualities of cured meat and white pepper. So together they make this really beautiful, balanced kind of yin-yang pair. The name Chief Peak obviously comes from our Chief Peak mountain range, and also from one of the vineyards that we source from for this wine. So this particular wine features grapes from our estate vineyard, Gara Ranch in Upper Ojai, Rich Vineyard, which is also in Upper Ojai, and then Chief Peak Vineyard, which is here in the valley floor proper. On the nose of this particular wine, you're definitely going to pick up on a lot of kind of ripe red fruits. And what makes this wine so special to us is that it's a great representation of how grapes grow here in the Ojai Valley. So as I'm sure you're aware of, we get very hot summer days here. But what's wonderful is we tend to cool off quite a bit at night. So what that does is it allows the grapes to kind of ripen and accumulate sugars during the day. But at night, as the temperatures cool off, sometimes even 40 degrees so, it allows for the acidity to maintain. So you have this really balanced grape of sugar and bricks that will produce alcohol as well as acidity to help kind of buoy the wine and give it some liveliness and acidity. So on the nose of this particular wine, I get a lot of ripe red fruit, like I said, but definitely some currants, perhaps some cassis, and maybe some even baking spices that would come from the Syrah. So again, the fruit's mostly coming from the Grenache, and those savory qualities are really coming from the Syrah. So on the palate of this wine, the Grenache is giving that kind of nice raspberry, kind of preserved red fruit qualities to it. But there's also some nice white pepper, maybe a little cured meat, some like green olive brine that is coming from the Syrah. So again, you have those kind of fruit-forward, juicy qualities balanced with those more savory, kind of spicy qualities. So this wine will pair well with anything that is kind of a more robust meal. So red meat goes beautifully with our Chief Peak blend. Lamb is always a great pairing meat for Syrah, but also even just a really nice juicy hamburger will pair beautifully with this Chief Peak blend.
So now we're going to taste our Sangiovese. Sangiovese in this one in particular comes from a 2-acre plot, like I said, really, really small. That's what we like to focus on, is these very hands-on type of vineyards. Sangiovese is the grape that makes Chianti. So the best thing I get to tell people, this is pizza pasta wine. This is carb friendly, no keto here. Like, put it on the table with your dinner, it doesn't matter. They consider this the chameleon of the dinner table. So you can kind of put this with anything. It doesn't matter if it's meat sauce or vegetarian, it will hold up to just about every food. So with this one, definitely gonna have some nice tannins on this one as well. So what that's doing is it's looking for those proteins, and that's why we're gonna say pizza pasta wine, those cheeses. Definitely get some like cherry cola note off of this one. I get kind of some dried cured meats. Definitely some nice little like hint of cocoa in the back as well. Just imagine, that's all I want now is spaghetti. So Sangiovese, super beautiful wine. Yeah, I really can't say much about it. Again, we're known for doing these beautiful small little lots, and this is definitely one of those gems. Well, thank you guys for joining our virtual tasting. We had a lot of fun putting it together, and hopefully you had a lot of fun going through it. We look forward to hopefully seeing you in our tasting rooms. We are ready for you. Thank you guys, and cheers.